What's up with it? It's episode 4 of The Ladder. Shout out to those that been with us the first 3 episodes. I hope you learned some stuff, grew a little bit, laughed a little bit, had a good time with us. Been a dope conversation, and I'm excited to invite my most special guest into it. And so I'm gonna have her introduce herself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Louise. Justin's like,
That's it?
that's it.
Okay. All right. So today, episode 4, we're gonna be talking about traveling, the importance of visiting different places, experiencing different cultures, and what that does to you as a person, your psyche, your dreams, your ability to just see outside the box. And so, first, I'm gonna ask my wife, where are you from, and how has that shaped you so far?
Well, I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, Wyandotte County. And how it shaped me so far. Growing up in Kansas City, we don't.
Hold on, you're not from Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes, I am.
She's from
No,
Missouri.
I'm
I
not.
don't know why she
No, I'm
is
from Kansas
lying
City,
to you,
Kansas.
good people.
I'm not lying to you, good
Wherever
people.
you go to kindergarten, that's where you're from. She
You
went
don't know
to
where I went to
kindergarten
kindergarten.
in Kansas
What
City,
kindergarten I
Missouri.
go to? What
It was in
school?
Kansas City, Missouri, and all the teachers were Crips.
That's just not true. It was never true. He lies a lot.
That's not true.
You
Don't
just
lie to my
lied.
audience.
He just lied.
Can you confirm that your teachers weren't Crips?
Yes.
How?
I know them
No,
personally.
you don't.
You don't know your teachers.
Okay. We're not talking about my teachers.
I know my teachers, and they were very good people, for sure.
So you're saying Crips are bad people?
No, I think they're great people.
Of course you do, because you're a former Crip. Okay,
Okay.
so you're from Kansas City, Kansas. Go ahead.
Okay.
Kansas City, Kansas.
Being from Kansas City, Kansas, has shaped me because we don't travel a lot. Like growing up, we went to Oklahoma. We would go to different parts of Kansas and a few other places, but we really didn't explore the world or God's creation and see all these different places. But we had an appreciation for where we did go. So, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually from Kansas
no,
City, Kansas.
the birds.
Watch your mouth. Let me catch one on my podcast.
I
The
know. I know.
I think like Kansas City, Kansas is a town. Like I love it. I love Wyandotte, but it's like it's real slow. And what I do love about it is everybody knows everybody. So like you connected to people some way somehow. When you meeting people, like you gonna know somebody that they know, and that's cool. I was able to do a little traveling when I was younger. Like I went to Florida, went to Vegas, Oklahoma, the South Dakota, just for hoops though. So like basketball really like expanded my horizons when I was younger. I was able to see different things and meet different people. I remember meeting different people from like California, New York, and like it was like wow, these they like real different. And so that was really cool. But like I never like traveled as an adult really until about like about 4 or 5 years ago, right? When we started kind of going out and
Yeah.
exploring the world. And I think the first place we went was San Diego. How did that affect you?
Oh my gosh, I love San Diego. It was absolutely beautiful. How did it affect me? That's a tricky question. It made me want to see more. That's for sure. It made me want to go more places, see more things, try more food. 'Cause I'm a foodie. Yeah, it just opened up my horizons that the world is bigger than Kansas City, which I knew already. But actually going somewhere helped me realize, like, no, 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 like it's bigger, it's beautiful, it's something that needs to be explored.
Yeah, I think what do you think was like the most impactful part of San Diego of the trip?
Oh, absolutely. The beach. Going to the beach. We do not have beaches in Kansas City, Kansas that I know about. So seeing the beach and all of we went to a place called Coronado Island and it had like gold plated sand. And I was like, oh my gosh, the sand has gold. And it was just beautiful. Just being able to see something that's absolutely opposite of what I'm used to. So,
Okay, okay. Were you scared of flying?
oh, absolutely. Well, obviously I have on a Polska shirt. We've been to Poland a couple
Hold on,
times.
do that with your shirt again.
So we've been to Poland. We've traveled. We've had to take really long flights across the country. So I was absolutely scared of flying because I'm like, it's a long flight. Like, will the pilot stay awake? Will I stay awake to make sure that he's awake? Like,
So let me. I want y'all to really understand how what my wife thinks because she does this to me too. Like she feels like if she's awake, I'm a better driver.
Oh yeah,
But like,
that's
how you
true.
do know how many thousands of times I've driven without her in my car, and somehow, some way,
I don't know how it
I
makes
make
it.
it where I'm supposed to go.
Mm.
But when she's in the car, I won't make it where I'm supposed to go unless she's awake. And so she just
Yeah.
said the person who has no flying experience, never even done a plane
No,
simulation,
never.
she thinks that if she's awake, she'll make sure the pilot
Absolutely.
is awake and flying.
Everyone needs
The pilot she
accountability.
can't see,
I've never
talk
fly. Well,
to,
I talk to them when they leave, when we exit
but
the
not while they're
plane.
flying.
Well, I just think it's
There's some stuff
important for
going
me.
on up
It's important
here.
for me. And
Jeez.
on flights, I rarely sleep. Flying to Lithuania, I slept a lot, so I was super tired. But yeah, I think it's important to stay
Alright, I ain't gonna go into that. She, if y'all know a good Christian therapist, leave her in the comments because we working through some stuff on this side.
Get out my face.
I think for me going to Cali was huge. This is my first time seeing the beach, and like the ocean just revealed like God's power to me. Like it was so much water, and then like the beach was so much smaller, and yet at a certain point, every time the water would try to come and take over the beach, it would stop and roll
Mm,
back. And
that's
like
good.
that just showed me like man, God is so powerful. Where He's like, ocean, you can come up to here, now go away. Like, and He just does it every day, all the time. He's told me about His consistency, His faithfulness.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
and just like how he's the glue to all creation, because like there's nothing we're doing as humans, there's
No,
nothing the
he could
sand is
ever do.
doing that's stopping that ocean from just taking over everything. Like I just thought, like I've known my whole life, like Earth is 70% water, but that's just like a stat. Like your body's 90% water. Like it don't really mean nothing to you until like you're dehydrated, and so like
You need
yeah,
water.
until
I
you need
need it.
water, you're like, oh, I realize I need a lot more water.
No.
It was the same thing for me going to the beach though. Like the well, or 70% water, blah blah blah. I live in Kansas, bro. Big 11 lake ain't that big. Like it's what it is, what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kansas City, Wyandotte is 89% land, so I'm not worried about this water
Right.
you're talking
Right.
about. But
Right.
then when I got to the beach, it was like, oh, that's the 70% water you're talking
Yeah.
about
Oh my
that God
gosh.
is keeping from flooding this land, and that
Mm,
was pretty amazing.
that's true.
We went to Denver and I saw the mountains, and the mountains were like just huge. They were cool, they were beautiful, but
Hiking was
like
intense.
um, it didn't do what the beach did to me. Like
Hmm.
seeing the mountains was like, wow, you're big.
What?
Kansas really is
They're
flat.
beautiful.
These mountains are big, but like when I saw the beach, I was like, okay, I want to live here. Like I want to live here.
Everywhere we go that has a beach, Justin wants to move to. Like we went to the Baltic Sea
Mm-hmm.
here in Lithuania in
Klaipėda,
Klaipėda,
yeah, Klaipėda.
and he Justin's looking around like, I could stay. I could stay here no
Yeah, I
matter
figured out
where
a
we
beach
go.
house or
If
something. Or
there's a
something.
beach, he will stay.
Yeah, because that's all I need. I'm very simple.
Really ridiculous.
And I'm a hustler, so I'm gonna make money wherever. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about if I can see the beach.
That makes sense.
That's it. But I think I've come to grips where I'm gonna stay in Wyandotte or close. I want to stay. I'm gonna stay in Wyandotte area.
Rough loosely.
Sorry, she's from Missouri. You can't trust her.
I'm not
And
from
so
Missouri.
I'm gonna stay in the area, and I'm just gonna travel to places with the beach monthly. So that way, it's almost
Monthly?
like I live there.
No.
Yeah, like once a month at least. I need at least 3 days at the beach per 30.
You're
So,
ridiculous. Anyway,
um,
so one thing that about traveling that God did for me personally. So when we first started traveling places, especially if we go to the beach, I'll take a little bit of sand, and I have like a vase filled with sand from all of the beaches that we went to, and I have my sand from Lithuania that I'm really excited about. But every place
she
that we
getting
go
stopped at customs.
to, better not. They're not gonna let me back
No.
in. Anyway, everywhere that we go, I try to ask God and be in prayer, like God, like what do you want me to know about this city, about these people, about this place that you've created? So traveling makes me feel closer to God because I have to depend on Him to make it everywhere and
Yeah,
to
because you
explore a
can't fly
new
planes.
place. I could possibly fly a plane. You never know, 'cause I've never
You
tried.
can barely drive.
I can
So
drive,
what?
okay?
I wonder what the epitome of curb checking is for planes. Like,
Turbulent.
because
You just keep
you're the
going.
master curve checker.
But you keep going.
Okay. All
That's
right.
the only thing is keep going. You
Okay.
hit a pocket of air, keep going.
That's
You hit
okay.
a rocky cloud, you just keep going. And that's what they
Hold
teach
on.
them.
Hold on.
I don't want to hear
What? What is inside of a rocky cloud?
it. Rough.
Nope, you don't know. You
I
don't
have a
know.
guess.
No, you don't.
Rough wind,
Rough wind causes a
um,
cloud to be rocky,
possibly.
and the rough
When
wind is
if
inside.
you've ever flown and you hit
Rocky
turbulence, they always
cloud.
say, "We've hit a pocket of rough air. We've hit a patch
But
of rough
they
air."
never says we hit a rocky cloud.
That's because they don't want to scare. They don't want to scare you. That's why they don't say the rocky cloud. I believe it.
All
That's
right,
true.
all right. There's gonna be so many
What?
people led astray, looking up into the sky, trying to figure out which clouds are rocky. So right now we're in
We do our
Lithuania,
best.
Milu Yetuva, for all my Lithuanians.
Yetuva.
I chew. Um, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit fluent. But what I'm saying is
Labas.
lavas, okay. Okay. What is this trip specifically meant for you?
Oh my goodness. If for me personally, I would say it meant being fearless. Because I was excited to come and I wanted to come, but my mind is like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna eat? What about showering? Like everything's gonna be different. I won't be able to read the signs or order from the menu. So for me, it meant like just do it, like just go and see what happens. Like see where you need to grow, see what'll be hard, see what areas you need to improve in. So for me, it just meant conquering that fear of going into the unknown and being okay. Like I don't know anything. I can't communicate with anyone who does not speak English very well, but going and doing it anyway and making it okay and trusting God to work out the kinks of pointing to the menu or trying to describe something with your hand. So just being fearless and trusting God, really.
Yeah, and I think for me, the juxtaposition of culture has been crazy this trip. So, like
Yes.
at the beginning of our trip, we spent a couple of days in New York, and New York is like probably the most diverse place I've ever been. And that's what I'm about to say. So Wyandotte is one of the most diverse counties, but we don't live on top of each other.
No.
So like, it's very segregated still. Even though there's a lot of diversity, the only place where you see like everybody together is like maybe if you go to like a high school, you go to like a local high school or something like that. You'll see a whole bunch of different people. But like as an adult, you're around people that look like you mostly. Like, but like when I went to New York, like they're all together at the same time. So I went to this park called
Yeah.
Bryant Park,
It was
and
so
it was
nice.
all
It was
types of
awesome.
culture, all age ranges, um, ethnicities, backgrounds. It was amazing to just be
Go if you
there.
ever go to New York.
Yeah,
Stop by.
it's right in the smack dab middle of the
It's,
city. It's by Times Square,
yeah.
and like it's like skyscraper, 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 random park, and they like playing ping pong. This game I've never heard of. They got a putting green, food. They got a free
Everything.
library. They had a book club going on in the middle of the day. Like everybody's eating, chilling. Like it was really cool to be there and experiencing that. And then we went to Lithuania. And Lithuania is one culture. Like they have their own
Yeah.
culture. They are very proud of their culture. And
It's
everybody is
different.
like in on it. Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
is like, yeah, this is who we are. This is how we act. This is what we eat. This is how we talk. This is
Yeah.
how we walk. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like
This
to
how we dress
experience, yeah, this is how
even.
we dress. So to
Yeah.
experience that on the heels of New York, it showed me like God is in both places. We went to this
Mm-hmm.
place yesterday called the Hill of Crosses. You should
It was
Google it.
so beautiful.
It's one of the
Like a
most
million
interesting
crosses.
places, yeah, that I've ever been. What is about the Hill of Crosses? That was one of the places we visited.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, and then a couple other places we visited here that have been like okay, transformative or enlightening.
Well, for the Hill of Crosses, like you walk up and it does not look like a lot of crosses. It's like you only see the big ones that are scattered about. And then when you go inside, there are crosses everywhere. Literally, like I would guess there's over a million crosses. They have the big ones, the really small ones. And Mindy, our Lithuanian son, was telling us the story like people come from all over the country to put crosses on this hill and how it's a sign of resilience and it tells a story of their history. So for the Hill of Crosses, to me, it was eye opening that so many people from so many places came for one reason, and I think it was for the Lithuanian freedom,
What you mean?
like the Hill of Crosses.
Well, yeah, yeah.
So they all came for this one reason, and they still do, and they still remember. So the Hill of Crosses reminded me like that people can stick together, and they do, and that it's okay to remember, like put up memorandums of things that happened to remind people. For Lithuanians, I'm sure it means a lot. For me, it was just like, wow, this is beautiful. But like they remember, and when we went, there were tons of people there. Like people were walking all around, just taking pictures of the crosses, reading them. And it was awesome. I think the other thing that we did, I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like this, would be King Mindaugas Day. And I, Mindaugas was the only king of Lithuania. He was king for about 10 years. And last night, actually, July 6th, at 9 p.m., all over the country.
Well, this won't be the last night.
Oh, well, July 6th
yeah,
at 9 p.m., all over the country and even the world, everyone paused and they sing the Lithuanian anthem. What do they call it?
Yeah.
Something that would be close to like the anthem.
Yeah,
or something.
it's the anthem.
And they stand and they sing it. And where we went, there were people as far as you could see. And they had the stage and people were singing and they had their traditional clothes on. And I was like, wow, like this is culture. Before coming to Lithuania, like when I think of culture, I think of Black people. I think of like African culture and all that, but since coming here, it's like, wow, like they have a strong culture as well. It looks very different, but it's strong, and they're proud about it, and they absolutely love it. So I thought that was so dope. I have never seen anything like it before, so I think those two.
Yeah, that's cool. I think for me, like the castles were really cool. So like I think or I see when we travel, I see in movies and like books and TV shows. And so like I'm like the coolest nerd you'll ever meet. And so like I'm into like all the sci-fi, like medieval, like fantasy type stuff. And so like to see like real castles and be like, oh, I can visualize now what it looks like for the archers to stand on the castle, what it looks like for the enemy to try to rush it. Like we went to a castle that had a lake around it, so it had like a moat with a bridge, and like so it was. Mindy was telling us like the only reason that it's still standing is because of that. Like people couldn't get to it to burn it down when they were attacking Lithuania, and so like that clicked, that resonated with me. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like you have a dragon, you have a moat. Now your castle's protected. And so like that was really cool. And then the Hill of Crosses was dope, but I got an IG post coming, so I'm gonna save all my stuff for that. And I'm trying to think. Oh, I played in a 3-on-3 basketball tournament yesterday, bruh.
It
When I
was
tell
crazy.
you, basketball is different
Oh
out here in these
gosh.
Lithuanian streets.
Hey,
Like they are,
definitely the streets.
like it has nothing to do with dribbling.
like that.
Nothing to do with shooting.
It was intense.
It is about physicality. I'm talking about elbows on top of elbows on top of shoulders. Like all they done their whole life was fighting. Like, dude got swung on yesterday. And by the time he got swung on, I'm like, if we was in Rwanda, 25 people would have been shot already. Like, it was like, they were like surprised that the dude swung on him. I was like, how did it take this long?
Because they
like,
were intense. More
you
intense,
know what I'm saying? I am past the physical play of basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am all for highlights. I am a jump shooter 100% of the time. Like, I play all friendly matches. Nothing is like too serious. Like my wife pushed me in retirement, so I've accepted retirement. Like I'm competitive to a point. Like at some point, I'm like, yeah, I don't play for money, so you can have it. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like I want to win, but at some point, I'm like, yeah, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna go home. Win or lose, I'm gonna go home the same with the same amount of money. So like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like out here, it was like, nah, bruh, we winning.
Yeah.
And if I gotta elbow you in your sternum to get there, it is what it is. I mean, I'm telling you, I avoided all physical play. Mindy, he was Lithuanian. He didn't got elbowed in the lip, headbutted. He got headbutted in half his face. Like the dude headbutted him in half his face. None of that happened to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't get close enough to nobody for them to hurt me. because I still have life to live after this tournament. This dude, man, this big dude, he got a rebound. I looked at him. I didn't want no parts of him. He hit me with an elbow in my ribs, dog. I said, I'm like, bro, I wasn't even guarding you. Like, you can have it.
Gosh. It was
So that let me know it was gonna be a long day. It was gonna be
a long day. It was a long day. For sure.
I had
like
a great
4
time.
hours.
I had a great time though. And that's the thing about Lithuania that's unique is they love hoops, and and I talk hoops, man. So these are my peoples. Like I love Lithuanians, and they showed me mad love. They showed us all love. Like wherever we went, restaurants, out in the mall. We went to One Republic. We went on a tour of Vilnius, and that tour was amazing. Tour guide was dope. She told us so much of the history and things like that. And like everywhere we go, people showed us love. Like right now, you see the beautiful family behind us, the Lithuanian family behind us. It's Mindy, and then Mom's Pops, and then Greta, and then the dog, and like I'm friends with all of them now. Like they're lifelong friends.
I was moving.
They man, the hospitality was through the roof, man. Mom's got me spoiled. She done cooked every meal, every day.
I would never get one shirt.
Like, bruh, like vegetables, fruit, tea,
oh my god,
meat,
fresh
cake.
Juice, like
like
whatever. It's amazing.
Low key, I'm gonna leave Louise here for like 3 months to be an apprentice, so that when Louise comes back, I can still expect the same. Because
it's not gonna work. I'm gonna stay and eat.
No. See, you're not supposed to be eating.
So
you're supposed
good.
to be
I won't
learning.
eat anything that she makes.
See, that's the problem. So Louise can't stay.
Oh, I will.
No, she can't stay no more. Because she's supposed to be here to learn. Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to be here to learn, to bring it back, to add value to our household. Because that's that's what it is. No?
I cook. In the summertime, I cook a lot.
The summer's over. So, we won't be home at all this summer. So I will not experience. And, so she's right. She does cook. She cooks over the summer. Okay. What's the... All right, back to it.
We're talking about traveling today, guys.
We're going to Poland today, actually. And that, started... For me, that started our ability to travel the world. So, we went places in the States, and then we got opportunity to go to Poland. So this is our 3rd time in Poland at Zakłosiele camp. And it just really changed my life. Like seeing God be worshipped in different languages by different people from different backgrounds gave me a glimpse of heaven. And it gave me an opportunity to see how big God was. I think when you get saved in a certain context around certain people, God gets put in a box to you. Like God has to be worshipped this way. God deals with people this way. God is seen this way. But like going to Poland showed me nope, God is who He is, and people are who they are, and God meets them where they are. And so that was really cool.
That's good.
So I'm looking forward to Poland.
Yes, we'll do another podcast in Poland.
Yeah, and so she'll be back on.
Getting buckets.
No, you'll be back on the podcast.
But I'll be getting buckets too, if you were wondering.
She doesn't. I'll let her have it.
I'll let her have it.
I'll let her have it. I'll let her have it.
And I placed second on the fluke.
I'll let her have it. She is the Poland version of Bill Russell. Which hand are you shooting with?
My right.
Oh, okay. It's reversed on the video. So I thought she was shooting with her left hand. I was like, you're not even left-handed. Can you stop making that face?
That's how you look when you make it. You don't know about that.
Okay. No. So I hope you have enjoyed the ladder. Remember, if you love it, hit subscribe. If you like it, thumbs up. And if you want more, turn your notifications on. It's been episode 4 of The Ladder. I'm your host, Justin Strickland. This is my wife,
Louise.
And we're excited for you to join our conversation. Leave some comments. Let us know where y'all traveled, what's been impactful for you. We'll read them, and I'll respond. And before I forget, shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Stevie. Y'all know who y'all are. Love y'all. I hope y'all listening. Peace.
Icky.
Oh, yeah, Icky.